Section number 49 is entitled Line Integrals. Suppose you have this equation, x squared plus y squared equal to 9. Well, that's a circle centered at the origin of radius 3. Let us give it a path. So that C goes along the circle in that direction. Now, we want to find the piecewise smooth parameterization of this path C. Well, if I were, we know that x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. If I were to divide both sides by 9, I get x squared over 9 plus y squared over 9 is 1. But that's the same as x over 3 squared plus y over 3 squared is equal to 1. Well, I would like for that to be cosine theta, because when I square it and I add on, if I let that be sine theta, I square it, I get 1. So like I said, what's inside the brackets, I would like it to be cosine theta. So solving x over 3 equals cosine theta for x, we get x is 3 times cosine theta. And if y over 3 is sine theta, then 3 sine theta, 3 sine theta, it must be y. And it works out. Now if x is 3 cosine theta, then x squared will be 9 cosine squared theta. And y squared would be 9 sine squared theta. When you add the left-hand sides, you get 1. Excuse me, you get x squared plus y squared. You get x squared plus y squared. And when you add the right-hand side, you can factor out the 9, and you get 9 times cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. But what's inside those brackets is 1. And of course, 9 times 1 is 9. So when you add the left sides, you get x squared plus y squared. When you add the right side, you get 9. Exactly what we're supposed to get. So, for the answer, you should say that r of t, t is the parameter, is 3 cosine theta in the I direction plus 3 sine theta in the j direction. But now you do need to make a comment on theta. Theta goes between 0 and 2 pi. It's a complete circle. It's a complete circle. And that's the end of the first problem. We wrote the parameterization of x squared plus y squared equals 9 according to that given path. Now, do another problem. This one's going to be considerably harder, or at least a pain, more of a pain. Suppose the path starts at the origin, it goes 3 to the right, and it goes up 3, and then 3 to the left, and down 3, in that direction. 3, 3, 3, 0, 0. Those are the corner points. Now, how would you describe this? And the answer is piecewise. First, we're going to go from the origin to 3, 0. So y is always 0. Now, how would we describe the x? Well, we can call it TI is going in the I direction. The Y value is 0, if you like, plus 0J, and T goes between 0 and the number 3. That is always on the y-axis because you have 0 J's, and the x is just t, where t goes from 0 to 3. Okay, now we're going up. Y is changing, x is always 3. That is, it's going to be 3i. Now since y is going up a unit of 3, I'm going to say t goes from 3 to 3 more. T goes from 3 to 6. X is always 3. Now, if I say t minus 3j, when t is 3, j is 0. That puts me right here. And then t is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. That puts me up a little bit higher. And then t is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. So it's a little higher. And then when t is 6, 6 minus 3 is 3. It puts me way up here. So it is working. Okay, now we're on the top. We're at 3, 3. And we're going to the left. In this case, y is always 3. I know it's 3j plus 3j. Now the x is going from 3 to 0. It's going from x equals to 3 to x equals 0. That's a distance of 3. So t has to start at 6, and it goes 3. It goes to 9. Now, since it's decreasing, when t is 6, you want this to equal 3. When t is 7, you want it to equal 2. You want it to be decreasing. So what you're going to do is say 9 minus t in the I direction. When t is 6, this will be 3. Exactly the point 3, 3. When t is 7, 9 minus 7 is 2. So it's going to be right here, where y is 2 and x is 3. And eventually t will be 9. 9 minus 9 will be 0, which brings us right here. It's working like a charm, which is good. Now, we're coming down. We're going straight down. Along there, y is always 0. So plus an understood 0j. Plus 0j. Now, x is always 0 there. How I knew that is I was just about to say y is going from 3 to 0. Y is not a constant, but the x value is always 0. J, well, it's going from 3 to 0. That's the distance is 3. We start at 9, and we let t go 3 more. 9 plus 3 is 12. And what it's going to be is, it's going to be 12 minus t in the j direction. When t is 9, 12 minus 9 is 3. You'll be at x is 0, y is 3. 0, 3. When t is a little bit more, 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. Be at 0, 2. When t is 11, 12 minus 11 is 1. You'll be at 0, 1. And when finally t is 12, you'll be at 0, 0. Exactly where you should be going.